emphasize a unique side of Chicano and Mexican culture. Many of Goeth's tattoos depict the gruesome rituals of the Aztecs, who offered an estimated 20,000 human sacrifices every year.
Uno de mis favoritos que se llama chipetote, que es un ritual que hacían para volver a renacer, para la primavera también. Entonces en ese ritual que hacían, una persona era sacrificada y sacaban el corazón y inmediatamente después quitaban la piel de su cuerpo con esa piel de la persona muerta y ponían su máscara en su cara también, y entonces era una manera de poder morir para volver a renacer, era una reanimación, ¿no?
Goeth is working on a tattoo of Huehueteotl, the Aztec god of fire. He represents light, warmth, and life.
Goeth is one of the only cats that I know that will bring out images that not that many people know about. Bring out, deities or energies or symbols that represent so much culture, so much truth.
Ink is how Goeth helps Chicanos connect to their ancestors.
Tienen como una necesidad de pertenecer a algún lugar o pertenecer a algún tipo de cultura de la cual ellos han perdido. Entonces, a través de los tatuajes, ellos encuentran algún simbolismo que los hace pertenecer a una cultura.
Freddie Negretti was overwhelmed by guilt after his son Frosty was gunned down.
He died because of a lifestyle that I promoted. I picked up that gun. I wanted to fight, and other homeboys wanted to fight. Some homeboys wanted to hide, but a handful of us fought, and we fought like warriors. So this conflict remains today. And now 30 years later, my son loses his life. It's devastating. After he died, I couldn't live. I couldn't live anymore.
Freddie turned back to the streets.
I didn't want to hear his name. I didn't want to see a picture. And I indulged myself in drugs. I found that having a heroin habit kept me insensitive to things. I was able to still work, but all of a sudden I didn't care about anything.
He did care about getting his next fix. His habit eventually got Freddie arrested for possession.
And actually my past record when I was really young didn't help me out. I went straight to prison, And so now I found myself this age, after all my successes, after my life-changing things, in prison again. Wow.
30 years had passed since his last prison term.
It's pretty violent, and the wolves are there. If you ain't on your toes, they'll eat you alive. That did get my survival skills up, Got me to want to live,
Freddie served his time in Folsom Prison, one of America's first maximum security facilities, and he commemorated his son's life with a tattoo.
The bird was already there, but I wanted to put rest in peace, Frosty, so I just put it around the bird. But birds and butterflies, for us, they mean freedom. They have wings. They can fly.
The time inside let him get back to his roots as a prison tattoo artist.
The whole time I was in Folsom, I tattooed every day. Every day. It was kind of like going back to my roots. It's like I took tattooing as far as it could go for me, in the professional world. And here I am back in prison doing it with this little homemade machine again.
Freddie served 1 year and was released in 2005. He completed a 12-step program and is doing everything he can to stay clean. Now Freddie works for Mark Mahoney at the Shamrock Social Club.
Mark Mahoney was one of the main people that took this black and gray Chicano style to the next level by using the whole arm as a canvas for like one picture, but all the images in it with backgrounds so that it looks like one flowing tattoo.
Mark has admired Freddie's work since the early 1980s.
With Freddie, it's just pure magic, you know what I mean? He just sits down and draws the, on the skin with the pen, a real quick, rough outline, and it's something right every time.
Mark asked Freddie to create a tattoo for his back.
The top of the line Chicano tattoo is the Guadalupe.
The Virgin of Guadalupe is a 16th century image of an apparition of the Virgin Mary that appeared to a young Aztec convert to Christianity.
This is what Mark wanted, but he wanted me to add my twist to it, like in the face, and just to have my little style to it. It's also kind of like a old school gangster tattoo. One of the tattoos that was common was to just put a big giant Jesus head or Mary head.
The entire piece will take between 20 and 25 hours.
The idea on the black and gray is to make the gray as smooth as possible. You don't want to see any chops. You don't want to see dark, light tones. You want it to just go smooth like a blend from light to dark. So
it's the most beautiful art in the world to me. That there's something about the shading that you can get on, skin with the tattoo machine, the gradations of the dark to light, and just amazing, man.
The black and gray seems to stand the test of time.
You can always know that a black and gray tattoo, if it's done right, it's gonna look good for years to come.
Freddie often returns to the San Gabriel neighborhood, where his son was gunned down.
Yeah, this tattoo I got when I was 14 years old, which is quite a long time already. I'm 38. To me, it means like, you get trapped in a web, it might not come out,
Most welcome him home. Others don't. Marked is exploring the black and gray world of Chicano tattoos. Freddie Negretti is one of the pioneers of the Chicano tattoo style. His son, Isaiah, wears the ink of the Sangre gang at San Gabriel Barrio.
It's a respect for our neighborhood and for each other.
Isaiah started tattooing at 14 years old. He wanted to be like his father.
He's a badass tattoo artist. And taught me the trade, brought me in the business. I love him for that.
Now, he works alongside Freddie at the Shamrock Social Club in Hollywood.
This is the first tattoo that Isaiah's done on me because I've just been so lazy about getting tattooed. But it's a cover-up. It's got two beautiful roses and a dagger with a crisp blade.
Isaiah has more ink in store for Freddie.
This is the canvas. This is my next canvas.
That's the canvas.
I'm gonna shave it up and that's his big joke.
Cover my whole back.
He's always like, have you seen my back yet? And people are like, no, they gather around, he lifts it up and they're like,
There's nothing there.
Isaiah's body is a tribute to his father and to his younger brother, Frosty. He wears two inked memorials to his dead brother, both done by his father. The first with Frosty sporting shades and a bandana.
I put an Aztec calendar around him, like in light gray, like a halo, which represents our culture and heritage.
The gang signs are clear.
The VSGR stands for Barrio, Sangre, Rifa. Barrio means neighborhood. Sangra means San Gabriel. Wearing this blue rag, which represents Southern California.
The second tattoo is a portrait flanked by two angels.
I put him on my neck so I could see his face, like every time I look in the mirror.
Freddie is reworking the lettering below the portrait. Freddie is finally getting over the intense pain he felt when Frosty was killed.
Now I could think about Frosty, and now I have this picture up, and I can remember him as a baby. And how much the love I have for him, so now I could live, and if I die tomorrow, I would die a happy man, I would die a sane man, and a sober man, who has lived life well.
Frosty Negretti died in 2004 from a single gunshot to the head. Freddie still returns to San Gabriel, to the streets where his son's life ended in an instant.
When things didn't work out for me in tattoo shops or whatever, but I could always come back to my neighborhood, post up right here and tattoo the homies, and they'd always take care of me, right? So I had to do that a few times in my career. Just pack up and go back to San Diego.
His mark is common here.
My little homie right here, we did this Aztec warrior. This is the Eagle Warrior.
And Freddie continues to tattoo gang symbols.
This is our Sangra logo right here, the Superman S.
Young and old wear his designs.
Yeah, this is one of my pride and joys right here. This, of course, is the San Gabriel mission. This is a mission town. And the San Gabriel is wrapped with grapevines. We did it 13 years ago.
Freddie has history here and gets pulled back again and again.
My good friend Kelly right here. Me and him go way back, man, way back. And I've been doing work on him for years.
Kelly is so committed, he wears the Sangra mark on his forehead. The conflicts continue with rival gangs and with law enforcement. Freddie is given a hero's greeting by most, but not by the cops. He and Isaiah are hanging out with their homies when the San Gabriel police roll up on the group. The 40-year-old Sangra Lomas war still rages, and to the cops, this gathering could be a sign of trouble. Isaiah Negretti is singled out and patted down for weapons. Freddie and Isaiah turn back into Sangra homies when they return to San Gabriel. The pull of tradition is strong, and the Chicano-style artwork continues to reflect years of struggle and perseverance.
I'm gonna go forward because that's what makes me who I am today, knowing that my people are strong people and I can't let my people down.
David Oropeza continues to have new ink added to his bodysuit, and he has plans for it when he passes away.
I understand that Japanese, after you would pass away, they would skin you, and it was basically kept, the art was kept.
Lion is still doing what he loves.
And I've learned over the years that this type of style and this type of culture thing, it's not gonna die. It's not gonna go nowhere. It's gonna define itself, it's gonna get better.
The Chicano influence can be seen throughout the tattoo world. Fine needlework dominates, and the black and gray technique has spread far beyond the streets of Southern California.
Viajo mucho también a Europa, hago convenciones en casi todo el mundo. Todo arte cruza fronteras, ¿no?
What started in the prisons is now a part of the pop culture mainstream.
What the Chicanos were doing back then is what mainstream society is doing now. It's amazing for me to see today, all the young talent, all the amazing tattoos, it didn't stop, it flourished and